Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to Headbangers Closet. Hope everyone's doing well today. So this video is just going to be a collection update video, just maybe 6 or 7 records I got in within the last week or so. Then I'm going to do another video that I'm jumping on the trend that George over at George's Room of Rock, Georgie started. It is his 10 favorite thrash metal bands, so I'm going to do my 10 favorite thrash metal bands. A little bit of difference from his, so I'm looking forward to that. So I'll be doing that one just after this video, uploading them both very soon. But this video, like I said, is just going to be a collection update. But first things first, what have you guys been listening to? Drop me a comment down below. Let me know if there's a band or album you think I need to check out. And definitely please list the death metal recommendations. Early in 2026, it's only mid-March, but I've kind of felt so far this year, it's not been the best year for death metal. I know Frozen Souls got an album coming out in a couple months. Monstrosity put out a really, really good album yesterday. I listened to that a couple times. Really like it, so I'll probably be buying that sooner rather than later. But so far, there just hasn't been a lot of death metal that's grabbed me. Good year for traditional heavy metal. Really good year so far for thrash, but just I'm missing some death metal in my life. So if there's a death metal album that came out recently that you think I need to check out, please let me know in the comments below. So here's what I've been listening to the last week or so. Iron Maiden's Seventh Son of a Seventh Son. Been binging on this one the past 4 or 5 days. Love the album. It's one of those records I feel in the Iron Maiden discography, it doesn't get enough love. It's maybe a little bit overlooked, but I love this album. We're going to be doing a video on this album in particular here in the not-too-distant future. And, of course, still on my Metallica kick, the last, almost 40 years, and haven't stopped, but it's Metallica's Ride the Lightning. Been listening to a lot of this one, and Kill 'Em All. You know, still stoked that I was able to get my tickets to see them at the Sphere. Sepultura's Arise gave this a couple of spins earlier in the week, and also saw that they're going to be putting out a new reissue of this on a 2 LP set. Already have a Gatefold 2 LP set, so I probably won't be pulling the trigger. I might give it a look and see if there's any bonus tracks or anything that's not on this version. If there is, I might pick it up. If not, I'm good with just having this copy. Awesome record. Sepultura is another really cool band that I could do a, how I got into Sepultura. It kind of revolves, back in high school, early high school as well, kind of that time. I may do it at some point. This next is the latest from Testament, Parabellum. Awesome album. And this one's, just as good as all the other ones. I mean, come on, Testament's such a consistent metal band. And just saw that they're doing a remastered issue of Practice What You Preach, which, didn't they put out one last year on, orange vinyl? I know I have it in the collection. I don't know whether it's remastered or not, but they're doing another one. And they've been doing that a lot lately with pretty much all their albums. I've got the Souls of Black right here that they just put out recently on remastered, and it's red and black. But it was almost like they keep putting these things out a year or two after there's another, colored variant reissue, just not remastered. So I was buying those. Excellent marketing if you want guys like me to just buy them all, just do that. So I'm not sure if I'm going to buy that one or not, but it's really cool looking. It's the Practice What You Preach, that is. It's a black and orange, looks like a leopard, kind of tiger or whatever, splatter. Looks kind of cool. I might buy it. Next one is Forbidden Evil. Love the album, love the band. Twisted Into Form still, in my opinion. I hold that one on a freaking pedestal. Some of my all-time favorite albums. It's just so much better than everything else they've did, this one included. But this is still a really, really good album. I love it. It's just, there's something about Twisted Into Form, man. It's one of the most perfect thrash metal albums there is. Anyway, great record though, Forbidden Evil. And let's get right to what I have got in the collection recently. So we've got a bootleg Slayer called Slayer's Lost and Found. This was recorded, it's a radio broadcast recorded in Las Vegas of '99. It's as you got, it's that later era with what is Diabolic and Musica, Undisputed Attitude, Divine Interventions, that kind of era. So you've got kind of an interesting set list of Bitter Peace, Death's Head, War Ensemble, Evil Has No Boundaries, Hell Awaits, Side B, It's Born of Fire, Stain of Mind, Postmortem, Raining Blood, Ditto Head, and Die by the Sword. Really, really cool, artwork though. So this is not from the same place. I got some of the other live bootlegs with AI type covers as the last video I showed, but still pretty cool. I dig it. I like the crosses there and the the evil warlord, kind of like after a battle where they put their smoted enemies on the crosses. But this one's pretty cool. It's on clear vinyl. Nice looking, cool label right there. So good stuff. Let me put that back. I don't know why this is so difficult. Here we go. And the next one we have is another Slayer album. It is Christ Illusion Special Edition. It says includes previously unreleased song Final Six, an alternative version of Black Serenade. Just needed this one to add to the collection. I'm only one Slayer album short of having the entire discography. Not my favorite Slayer record. There's a few decent songs on here. It's not really an album I listen to very much. In fact, sometimes if I'm listening to Slayer on shuffle and one of the songs off this album comes on, I sometimes hit skip. Not a great record, but hey, not everything they put out is bangers, and that's completely okay. It's still not a bad album. Next one we've got is a Metallica live boot, live in Japan. This is a Nagayo Broadcast 86. So this is just after Cliff passed. They come back to America from Europe. They get to try out with Jason in the band, and then they head off to Japan. This is a nice gatefold 2 LP on black vinyl. Cool picture of James and Kirk right there. Your standard Puppet set list. They were on tour with Ozzy, and then obviously when they went to Europe and Cliff passed. But it's a full show: Battery, Puppets, Bells, Sanitarium, Lightning, Whiplash, Thing That Should Not Be, Fade to Black, Seek, Creeping Death, Four Horsemen, guitar solo, Am I Evil, Damage Inc., and they close with Fight Fire and Fire, Fight Fire with Fire. I believe I actually have this on a couple different CDs and then one other vinyl bootleg, but still pretty cool looking. And I like the fact that it's a gatefold with killer shot of the James and Kurt. So grab that. Next one we have, whoa, shit. Oh well. Next one we have is another AI live. It's a Motley Crue at the US Festival in '83. So you can see the US Festival thing right there. I'm trying to find out what CD that was in. Let me get it out here. It's really, really cool colored vinyl. Black and white and red, kind of pinwheel. So let's take a look. So live at the US Festival '83, Glen Helen Regional Park in San Bernardino, California, May 29th, 1983. So that was one of those shows. You can find them all on YouTube. Metallica, Motley Crue set, and then Ozzy was on that as well, and Judas Priest. So you can find all of those videos on YouTube. All three are awesome shows. That was such a huge show, and I can remember it back in the day of just always seeing videos on TV from that festival, all growing up, and always wanted them on video. I don't have any of them on video, but glad to have Motley Crue's set from that show on here. And yeah, the AI cover is a little cheesy, but you know what? It's Motley Crue. Whatever. It's still awesome. Next one we have is the new album from Electrocutioner, Harbinger. Been talked about this 1,000 times. If you have not listened to it yet, I don't know what you're waiting for, because I've been bugging your ass for, months now to listen to this thing. I love it. It's a great album. Give it a listen. Try to put these over here. Next one we have in the collection is a reissue that just came out. It's Artilleries, and it is Terror Squad. This is a music on vinyl pressing, 180 gram, 1,000 numbered. So what is this one? It's 587. I don't like this taped back there, but I don't want to get rid of the hype sticker. But here it is right there, Terror Squad. It's on red. Really, really good record. I've been listening to a lot of Artillery lately. And I'm liking them a lot more and more every time I give them a listen. Really nice bright red. This is a really, really good album. Really fast thrash. So check it out. And then last but certainly not least, we have another Metallica bootleg. This is Blitzkrieg 97 with the cool Japanese obi right there. Really, really cool artwork. It's a 2 LP set. Let me pull it out. So the records are on like a kind of like a sky blue marble kind of deal right there. Kind of looks like, I've said it before, like a bowling ball. Nothing great with the label, but really cool looking vinyl. It is a gatefold, but all you get is just the lyrics to the tunes and all that stuff. So really, really cool. And it's the 1997 show at Little John's Farm in Reading, England. So I'm guessing this is like the Reading Festival. August 24th, 97. So you get Intro, No Remorse, So What, Puppets, King Nothing, Sabbath, True Fuel, Hero of the Day, Ain't My Bitch, One Until It Sleeps, Bells, Wherever in My Room, Nothing Else Matters, Sandman, Stone Cold Crazy, Creeping Death, Battery, Last Caress, and they end with Motor Breath. So really, really cool album cover. This was on the Load tour, obviously, in 97 for the UK stops on that tour. And I think I actually have this on CD, but I loved the artwork, so I had to get it. I think it's badass artwork right there. So anyway, there you have it. There's the additions to my collection. Hope you guys dig it. And like I said, I'll have another video for you guys soon with my 10 favorite thrash bands, so stay tuned for that. So appreciate everybody checking out the channel, and hope you all have a great weekend. Cheers, everybody.